Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing a live trading video. Let's just see if there's any opportunity right now. I don't normally trade towards the ending of the week, so I'm actually done trading for the week, but I will hop on the charts here just so that if I do see something right now and an opportunity, that you guys are able to see how I take it. So usually I like to start off on the 4 hour. This is a good example because price had just had a massive move to the downside. So I like to start off on the 4 hour. Usually I will look at the 1 hour first, but because we had this huge move to the downside, I do want to look at where we are on the 4 hour first. And right off the bat, right off the bat, I do want to point out that I do like what I see right here. So I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm on my iPad, so just bear with me. So we do see that price had cleared liquidity right here just by a small little tap. We have a cleared liquidity right there. And we also do have a break of structure previously right here. So I would definitely look at this area as not necessarily that it wouldn't get ran through, because eventually it will, just because of how bearish the volume is right now to the right. We do see that eventually this area should get taken out. However, what I like to do is, I like to take advantage of a lot of reversals. And I believe I was telling you guys this in the course as well, is even though we are on the wrong side of the market, whether that's counter trend trading or a trend or a continuation with the market, understand that at every area of a strong low or a strong high, we will see a reaction. We will get at least a decent reaction where we can scalp off of, right? So that's exactly what I'm looking for right now. So we have cleared liquidity, we have broken structure, price is currently at this area. And like I said, if you guys do get a little distracted by the wicks, we can even check on the line chart here and it kind of clears everything up for us. So we do have a nice POI area right here, right? And that is currently where price is at. So we'll look at this. I'm just going to leave this here. That way you guys have like a visual. Now I'm going to drop down to the 1 hour. And we do see that we had a nice reaction actually right here at this POI. And I say we have a nice reaction because we had cleared liquidity previously as well. So let's zoom out a little bit. Actually, I'm going to erase this just so that I can mark this up really quick for you guys. So we previously cleared liquidity here, we broke structure here, but we also just cleared liquidity here, which is why we had this 1 hour reaction, right? So we cleared this liquidity right here. And we broke structure. I'm going to drop down to the 15 just so that we can mark up a more clear break of structure right here. We're actually broke with the candlestick, right? We broke structure right here. Well, we broke it right here. So we broke minor structure first. And then we went ahead and broke major structure right up here. Okay, so this is what I would like to be looking at. And clearly, we are in another POI area right here, which is, you would mark this as a 15-minute POI. So an overall general area would be a nice buy reaction around here because we do have built up liquidity right here. So let me just go back to the 1 hour real quick. So one thing that I do want to keep in mind too is on the higher time frames, although we cleared liquidity and had a break of structure in the lower time frame, you also want to pay attention to the higher time frames because we are super bearish right now, right? So just keep that in mind when you are going against the trend and the trend is very strong. If you do want to take the risk to take that position, that's 100% fine, but just make sure that you're very cautious and you have really tight stops, or you have an area where you know for sure that you want to get out of. But the 1 hour is looking pretty strong. So you want to pay attention to price action and how it's moving towards your area that you're looking at, right? So let's see if this area will hold. If this area does hold, it would be a very, very nice reaction. So I'm just dropping down in time frame just to see if I can get a more precise entry. That's why I keep dropping down in time frame to see exactly where I personally would want to enter and why I feel it would be the most optimal entry for me. Okay, so I would probably want to enter right here. Okay, and the reason why I say that is because this is a 1 minute POI here. And the only reason why I'm actually not looking down here is because we see that we had cleared liquidity right here and we had broken structure here. And what happened, this was our 1 minute trading range. We have our low here and we have our high here. Price came down and then we cleared liquidity right here. You see that just this wick right here just tapped it, and so you know that this price after this tap right here, we just flew. So then I want to look for an entry around this area because I know that this area should be a strong low and it shouldn't get rammed through for this counter trend trade. So you really need to be paying attention to all of these little subtle movements in the market. They really make a huge difference. So I'm going to erase that rectangle area, and then let's see if we can go back on the higher time frame and see what's that looking like on the 5. Okay, cool. So price is approaching the area right now that I marked on the 1 minute. I'm going to go ahead and set my long position tool, and then we can set stops right to the bottom of the wick, which is about a 7.5 pit stop. You can even move it to this wick. It's really your preference, honestly. You can even have it here or here to be your safest target. So we'll just go ahead and place it to the bottom target right here. And then optimal TP would definitely be to this high where we had broke structure, right? That's 40 pips though. That's a bit too much for me. So of course I would probably want to aim for a more logical area right here because we are scalping, right? So even if price had a decent reaction, who's to say that price will not, hit this POI area here and then just continue to fall, right? So although we have nice context to TP at this high right here because price did break at this point, it would be a nice area to TP long term. We're scalping, right? So we want to take the quickest TP, and somewhere that's most logical would probably be this area because if price does have a nice reaction here, it'll come back up at least up until this point, right? Because we have our high, and then right here, if price actually reacts right here, we have our low. So we have our low that's going to form, and then price would come back up, and then we know that we want to find something in this area, find the equilibrium, find something a little bit higher, target liquidity, and then we can continue for sells. But that is exactly why I had the TP right here because like I said, we are scalping. And if it is a counter trend trade, you don't want to place a TP that's too high and it doesn't hit it. Okay. So, and also, this would be a logical TP just because of the fact that it's equal highs, right? So you also want to pay attention to, like I said, most logical areas. So whatever that may be for you, it needs to make sense, right? So it could either be an area of a break and retest. It could be area of equal highs, equal lows, things like that. You can target another area of liquidity and it will still be used the same way. It can be used as a stop loss. It can be used as your TP. So that's the reasoning for that. Let's see what happens with this position. It just wicked, and sometimes it does that. So whenever price just wicks above my entry point, I will wait to see if there is a strong reaction, and if there is a strong reaction, I will go ahead and market execute because there is times where price will miss my limit and I will go ahead and just get in anyway. If there is a strong reaction, and even if price did come back down to hit my area, that's fine. You'll just be in drawdown for a little bit. But again, when you are trading in live market, this is where your trade management really comes into play and how you manage your trades. So this is really up to you guys if you want to get in early or you just want to continue to wait to see if price is going to hit your buy limit. Okay, so we're just going to be waiting at this point. and seeing if price is going to go down. What I like to do is when price starts reacting like that, I actually like to go on the higher time frame and see if it reacted off a higher time frame POI. You know, I could have been looking at a bit lower. Okay, so we are getting a nice reaction from that area. So now, since price missed the buy limit or missed the area that we're looking at, we can go ahead and get another entry. So another entry that I would be looking at now is because we missed it and we don't know if it's going to come back down or not. And price had a bullish engulfing candle around this wick. Okay. So what I would be looking at next for another entry, I would be looking at right here. For price to retest, this would be another entry point since it just missed our buy limit. Oop, just hit it. Okay, so we'll place stops. Well, we can place stops actually to the same area. We'll target the same highs. Actually, for the stop loss, we can place it, now that we had a higher entry, we can actually place it just below the candlestick body. Okay, so now let's wait to see what price does. We're already in the trade. So because I'm doing this video, I'm entering my account pretty late. So I'm going to enter on my account right now at where price is currently at, and we will see what happens. And I will have, you know, obviously my trade that I had took, I will have it as well as this video for you guys to see. So now we're doing nothing but just waiting for the trade. But that is pretty much my top-down analysis, guys. It's super, super simple. Like, do not complicate anything. As you can see, all I was really looking for on each time frame was just if we cleared liquidity, we had to break a structure. I really honestly just look at areas at strong lows, strong highs, and I take advantage of that, right? I like to take advantage of price reversals and continuations, but I do like to, for the most part, take advantage of price reversals on the higher time frame because I can trust it a lot more than lower time frames, right? It's just better confirmation. So price is reacting really, really nicely right now. And it's on the 1 minute, you know, so it's definitely going to take a bit, especially to reach our TP. And the 1 minute moves pretty crazy. So yeah, we're just going to have to, we'll just wait to see what happens. But like I also told you guys, if it is the right entry, you'll know because price will just fly. But it is about like pre-London. So volume hasn't fully kicked in just yet, but I do get my trades really early on before London. I'm normally done trading before London. So yeah, these are the type of movements I like to look for. And usually I will catch a trade a little before London open. So that's a great thing. So price is reacting really, really nicely right now. It's nice and it's pushing, it's pushing. Oh, beautiful entry. This was a perfectly well executed trade. Okay, I think you guys are gonna like this. But yeah, that's exactly how I look for everything basically on the higher time frame down to the 1 minute. So just keep practicing. You know, you guys got this. A lot of you guys have told me that you know, everything's helped so far with your trading. And, you know, that's the main thing. I want you guys to just understand these concepts. And once you guys do, you'll get it down, you know? So you guys will be 100% fine. Just keep practicing this and you guys will be good. So price is still pushing. I'm trying to think of something else that I'm supposed to address. I guess while we're waiting for price to TP. Um, oh, okay. Actually, I'm gonna look in the Telegram right now because I actually think there was a question. Give me a second. I'm looking for it. Okay. Okay. So, okay, talking about a realistic win rate. So personally, for me, my win rate can really range, and I want you guys to also realize that this strategy is not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want people to think like it's the holy grail or anything like that. Like, you still need to apply it. You still need to implement it in your own trading system and trade management. So I don't want anybody thinking like, oh my God, this is the holy grail. This is what's gonna, make me consistently profitable. Because although you have a good strategy, you still need to work as a trader in terms of your trade management, handling your emotions. So I want to say that my win rate can range from 60% to 80%, depending on how I trade for the month. If it's more on the lower scale of I'm, constantly on a losing streak, then it's normally like 60%. And when I do have a good trading month and more on the higher scale of 80%. So in terms of risk reward, I'm always looking for like a 1 to 2. There is times where I do actually have a lot of 1 to 1s as well. And within scalping, that's actually very normal to have 1 to 1s, 1 to 2s. You just have to adjust to that, right? If you're someone that's coming from swing trading or day trading or even intraday, having these lower risk to rewards can be a little intimidating and scary, but I want to say overall, from what I've experienced and what I've personally tried out myself, a lower risk to reward equals a higher win rate. So just keep that in mind. Um, and I want to say that actually over the past couple months, my trading has sharpened up. So I don't really lose. Honestly, I think the losing, I just had a losing streak not too long ago. I think last week I had a bit of a losing streak, but I recovered from it. I believe my losing streak was about, yeah, I want to say like about like 3 to 4 trades in a row. Um, but I don't really lose more than that. And that's something that you guys also have to remember as well. It's like as you're trading, please do not get caught up in just one trade at a time, right? Because if we dwell on one trade, it's not good for our psychology. We want to look at things over the course of multiple trades, right? And I'm sure you guys all know that by now, like thinking in probabilities, and it's really true because once you accept these losses, once you accept that it's normal to lose, that's when you're going to start to realize and see consistency. Because that's honestly what changed the game for me and what kept my mindset in check is understanding like, okay, even if I do have a loss, if it's within my risk management rules, it's 100% fine. And I'm not dwelling over it. I'm not, going to cry over it. I'm not going to get emotional over it because I know for a fact that I'm confident with my own strategy. I'm confident with what I see in the market. And I'm not going to let that last loss hold me back from any other trades or make me feel any type of way when I'm moving forward with the week or the month, right? So just keep that in mind. It's really important to have a strong mental while you're trading, but I promise you, once I shifted my mindset from losing trades um, and accepting those losses, it's the most consistent I've ever been. And I've been consistent since the ending of 2020, going into 2021, but I've only sharpened it over the last couple years. So I really suggest you guys doing that as well. But yeah, looks like our trade is going well. Just waiting for it to hit TP, which it should hit very, very soon. I'm trying to think of like other things to talk about, guys, while we're waiting for this trade to hit. It's looking really, really nice on my MT5 right now, and I'll go ahead and screenshot for you guys too, just so that you guys can see. And oh, also, I appreciate everybody's feedback this morning when I did ask you all how you felt in terms of the group size and everything like that. So thank you all for taking the time to give me your feedback and things like that. I truly appreciate all of you guys, and I'm glad that I picked this bunch of people because you guys are truly elite, and I know that each one of you guys will go far. And I do have a nice relationship to some degree with each and every single one of you. So I'm glad that you guys have been there for support um, along my journey. And, I'm here for the same support along the journey for you guys. So I just want to let you guys know that. Okay, so price is approaching. I was trying to like fix my TP, okay, because like the broker is way different on MT5, depending on what broker you're using. So on TradingView, this is FXCM broker. I used to use Owanda, but for some reason it looks super different on MT5. And for MT5, my broker is Sway. So sometimes it can look different. So I have to adjust the TP and stop loss based on how it looks on MT5 versus TradingView. So sometimes it gets a little confusing because it looks slightly different, but it's all good. This is where we're waiting for TP to hit. I want to say this is like the most like it's so funny because this is scalping, right? Um, and so you're like, hurry the fuck up, but guys, it's literally been only like almost 10 minutes. And I'm like, hurry the fuck up. Okay, it's gonna hit it. And you know what, guys? This is another thing I want to say. If price is super close to hitting your TP, like take that shit. Like, what are you guys waiting for? Like, do not have the pride and ego to wait until price hits your TP because it could literally get close to your TP and completely reverse on you. So honestly, like if you see price like just kissing and it plays around a lot, like I would just close. Like sometimes I get irritated with it and I just fucking close. But it looks like price is about to hit TP right now. So hit it. This is what I mean. Watch it kiss it and just fucking reverse. I would be so pissed. But it should hit it. I'm gonna be so mad, I swear, guys. Oh, okay, it just hit it on my MT5. Perfect. Okay. Nice $3,000 trade, guys. I dropped a 40 lot on GU, by the way. Okay, so this is the live video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and you got what you wanted.